also, but in reality, we already knew this. We already knew this, and so that's why it was like, the old regime don't work anymore. See, they don't. It's not that they didn't know these things. It was just different, though. They didn't really see it. They had to deal with their immediate surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have the information. We live in the information age now because they didn't realize that they didn't realize what actually was in front of them because everything was being hidden by a curtain, or they were constantly distracted. And plus, sometimes you actually don't have any business to be caring about what's going on the other side of the world. You have to deal with what's in your own backyard. So, in so many words, it's just amazing to me to see. Like I said, back in my old hometown, it's just like everything is just so run down. I'm back in Houston, it could be just maturity, what I'm saying, or just because I went out and I don't know exactly what it is. But for me personally, I see it as more of a spiritual thing. My God, there's always bees around here. Like I swear, like, and they always come around like I don't know. You saw that, right? They always come out of nowhere, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, 'cause they start swarming around you. I just saw a bee like somebody just like buzzing around my head, bro. Every time I go to a place in our park and these bees have really been attacking. They really have been attacking, bro. Like, but anyways, let's see if I can get this out because these bees, man, it's crazy. Like, they really be out here, like bees and wasps and whatnot. They're really out here. I was watching the Animal Planet yesterday and put some documentary on Prime Video, and it was talking about the insect world and how what the mentalities of like flying insects are like, and I'm like, you know what? That's actually very true. They're very territorial and they will attack things like that. Like, but it's just like, dang, bro. You know, if you know now about the world and the industrialism and how they're destroying plants. Like I'm saying right now, I'm sitting in my old elementary school, like courtyard area. There's a tree, you know what I'm saying, and it used to be like a little playground here, a patch of grass. You know what I'm saying? About size of like a house, square feet, right? About a house, I think. Um, it's just like crazy to see like how much like everything is just gone, you know, and it's like they don't even have like real grass here anymore. They have like that football grass. I forgot what that's called exactly, but they have that football grass. Like it's not real grass, bro. And it's like, wow, they don't even have real grass here anymore. And that to me is so weird because I remember growing up as a kid, and my dad, he's from like Africa, so like he's from Nigeria, so he like grew up around real, real grass. Like my dad used to walk up, to like on the side of the where the grass is, right on the sidewalk, right, and then pull up the grass and see. He's like, they don't even have real grass over here. They have to like import grass or something like that. So I'm like, that's when I was younger. I'm like, okay, it's not real grass. So I was kind of like my being in tune with nature thing. Even as a younger age, it's kind of my DNA, you could say, right? And so like now I'm a grown adult. They don't have real grass at all. Like this is not even real grass, like at all. It's not even like a plant, bro. It's plastic. It's like that's crazy to me that we live in a time where it's like they don't even have real grass. Could you imagine being a child and like trying to play out here in the park and they don't even have real grass? Like you don't even know how it feels to dig a hole or you know what I'm saying? Like to get in there and see earthworms and stuff. Like just to be in tune with nature, it's like it's dying off. This is dying off in a way where it's so messed up. It's like people like try to make it seem like we're gonna like fight off the system one day and then we'll have like plants everywhere. And again, it's not. It's like dying off in a way where it's like we're becoming more spiritual, really like transcending into like the fifth dimension instead of like coming back into this third dimension. So like the physical realm is gonna die. Like it really is gonna die off. Like we're all gonna it really is dying off. And so that's why because of this, we're like using the technology as a way to imitate our fifth dimensional powers. You know what I'm saying? What this communication is like psychic abilities, if you will, right? But you're doing it through the airwaves. It's all that type of stuff, right? And it's just crazy to think about it on that level, where it's like like I said, I'm looking at these things. It's so run down, and things are starting to make more sense. But it's like this system, these people um, that were fortunate to gain a lot of wealth from the old system are trying to keep their wealth. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to keep their wealth, and since they're robots, they only can do what they're programmed to do, and so they have to like literally like keep on trying to play the system and try to make the world look a certain way, you know, instead of like allowing it to be what it's supposed to be, and so it's like they do that with everything. Just like they do with this grass, they do it with our minds, our perception of like the way the world's supposed to be, how we fit in the world. And so it's crazy because you look at this and you realize how much it's like, you know, like they keep on doing the same things, and it's so cyclical. It just goes off of so many different tropes that are just it's just so out there, like with the job market and everything. It's like who they move in and the politics of things. You know what I'm saying? Like they're moving in all these Hispanics. You know what I'm saying, from South America, open up the border. You know what I'm saying? But then like saying, but we didn't open up the border though. Like what? Like there's rumors on Facebook, and if we opened up the border, so all these immigrants came to the border, and it's like, what? And then but then the governors of these states are like importing these immigrants in there to work on certain things, to pick up the slack on certain things, but they use them because they don't want to change the moralistic, or idealistic morals or the way people see their their worldview, and so they try to like play it. You know what I'm saying? And so they're doing a lot of weird things now where it's just like it's just going off of old base things, all the isms and schisms that Rastafarians talk about and stuff like that. It's like really just like the racism. They use the racism thing. It's just you can see that. I'm just saying they're kicking out more darker hued people. You know what I'm saying? And moving in a lot of these, more paler people. And it's not just about that. It's not like that necessarily, but it is based off of, like I said, the white supremacy idealism